So, hi, this is Module 1, Lesson 8, and we continue with visual semiology. Remember, visual semiology is the study of nonverbal communication. That means the communication without words, and this is the type where the receiver has to see the sender or has to see the communication, the message, in order to understand it. So we have talked about kinesics, which is body movements, gestures, and facial expressions. And we have talked about proxemics, which is the use of space around the body to communicate. Next up, we have graphic communication. This is when we use pictures to communicate, and we see this all over. We see this a lot. Okay, so we know what that thing means. Not a single word in sight, and you know exactly that that sign means you cannot smoke. Where that sign is, it's a non-smoking sign. This is my favorite. This is only in Africa. Pumba. It's a warthog, a flak. It shows that there are warthogs possibly could cross the road, and you know exactly what it means, right? It's such a beautiful, typically African image that I just had to include it. And then lastly, the sign that makes everybody very happy. We know what that sign means. Where you see that, you know there's Wi-Fi, and that's where you want to stay. So without a single word, these pictures convey a nice message. But now what makes it visual, nonverbal communication, is if you don't see it, if your eyes are closed, if your back is turned, you don't see these signs, and you will not know that you can't smoke there, or that warthogs might possibly cross the road, or that there's Wi-Fi available. I mean, Wi-Fi, doesn't it just make everyone so excited? I know it makes me excited. Then we can also receive communication through signs and symbols. So a sign, it is almost like graphic communication, but a sign is when you see a picture and you immediately think of something else. You associate the something else with this picture. So we have that. You know what that is. We all know what that is. You see that, you know Facebook. Okay, so if you look at the screen of someone's phone, and you don't even have to be able to read. If you see that, you know that they have the Facebook app on their phones. You see this, and you know it's a Toyota car. You associate, or you immediately think of a Toyota when you see those three circles, ovals, whatever they are, but you know that means Toyota. So you're looking at how communication can happen. Yes, if you're looking for a dealership, you drive down the street, you see that sign, you know this is where I can buy my Etios or my Corolla. You see, Toyota sign. Then we use color coding. Now this is very interesting. People give each other flowers, and you know red roses means love, and yellow roses means friendship, I think. A white dress on a Saturday means it's a bride, and people wearing black are in mourning, and. But there is just one example that I want to show you, because it's universal. It is the same everywhere on this planet Earth, and you see it everywhere, except for in the town where I grew up. We don't have these. So that, you know, when you drive down the road, if that light is red, you must stop. If it is green, you can go. And if it's yellow, it doesn't mean go faster. It means get ready to stop. Okay. So that is the ideal example of color coding, how color is used to communicate a message to you. And then lastly, clothing and hairstyle. I mean, you can tell so much about a person by just looking at their clothes and hairstyle. So a while ago, a couple of years ago, on my way to work, we had a flat tire. So we stopped and we changed the tire. And um, as it is, we were, you're kind of dirty. Your hands are dirty, and the wind was blowing because it's PE and all of that. So we walked in, and a little bit late. So there was a parent looking for someone, and I had stopped to speak to this parent, and he noted that I didn't look like a lecturer, and I realized that I must have made such an unprofessional picture because of, you know, clothes were smeared with dirt and things like that. So clothing says a lot about your position and about who you are, and your hair as well. It really does say a lot. So let's look at some examples here. That's traditional Xhosa attire. So clothing can can send a message or say which culture you belong to. There's a very clear message being sent there. That young lady over there is going to work. Nobody would go to the beach dressed like that. So you see her outfit and you know that she is going to work. So imagine your lecturer comes to work and her hair looks like that. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that hairstyle. If I had more hair, I would no. But anyway, that hairstyle, it says something about that girl. She's rebellious. Look at that facial expression. Look at the makeup, There's something going on there. And if somebody had to, if your lecturer had to walk in and her hair had to look like that, would you really take her seriously? So you see, hair, clothes can say a lot about a person, where they're going to, what they're busy with. So you must pay attention to these things, especially in the workplace one day. Dress properly, dress appropriately. Don't let your stuff hang out because people are not going to take you seriously. That's the end of this lesson. If you have any questions, drop me an email at jeffkester@gmail.com. I'm always willing to respond to your questions. If you want supporting notes for this module, go to my Google Classroom. You go to your browser and you type in classroom.google.com. In the top right-hand corner, there will be a plus sign. You click on that and you click on Join Class. Then you add the code. You enter the code FHPXIE2. It will take you into the classroom where you have access to notes and the slideshow that this video was made from. And thank you for tuning in. Until next time, keep safe. Bye.